السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله أما بعد. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. Welcome all of you guys to another session. Alhamdulillah, like I mentioned to you guys last class, we have a few more things to get finished, but this week is going to be a quick, right in the beginning, quick review, quick test, quick quiz on vocabulary. All right, so let's just jump right into it. Bismillah ta'ala. So the first thing that we learned was question tools of this level. So who can tell me what the word kaifa means? Any one of you?
How?
How? Very good. And how would I say, if I wanted to say where? Like
Aina.
Aina. Very good. And if I wanted to ask when, like when something is occurring, or when is the dars or something like that.
Mata.
Meta, very nice. Brother Jay, can you tell us what the word men means? Men.
Who?
Who? Very good. Very nice. Brother Colin, can you tell us what the question tool is for what?
Hold on, I'm trying to think.
Sure.
I don't remember.
Anyone want to help him out? Just the Bushra or Brother Jay?
Ma.
Ma. Very good. So there's two we learned, right? I guess we have ma and we have madha. What's the difference between them?
One is for nouns, one is for verbs.
Very nice. Which is for noun, which is for verbs?
Ma is nouns, mada is verb.
Very good. Ahsantum. Is that you, Brother Jay, speaking right
It's,
now? Very
it's
nice. Very good, brother. Ahsanta. Very nice. So after that, we started learning a number of vocabulary, starting with, for example, hammam. Do you guys know what the word hammam means?
bathroom.
Great. Or yeah, toilet or bathroom. Very good. Funduq.
Hotel.
Very nice. Who knows what the word darasa means? Darasa.
To study.
To study. Very good. To study. حافلة. حافلة.
Bus.
Bus. Very nice. We have مطعم. مطعم.
The kitchen.
Restaurant.
Restaurant. Restaurant. So you're very close, but the letters are so مطبخ will be kitchen, brother Colin. مطبخ will be kitchen. Now we learned also a number of things around the house. A lesson where we had things around the house where it was possible to take the labels and stick them around your house, right? So for example, we have the word erikatun. Erikatun.
Sofa.
So
Sofa, very good. Kursiyun.
Chair.
Chair, very good. For example, babun.
Door.
Door, very nice. One more. Nafidatun.
The window.
Window. Ahsantum, ahsantum. Now we have the next lesson where we also learned more things of a house. For example, the different rooms in a house, for example. What's a mektab?
An office.
An office. And what's the actual word for a house? For a house?
Bait.
Bait. Very nice. سيارة. What's the meaning of the word سيارة?
Car.
Very nice, guys. غرفة.
The room.
Room. Very nice. Very, very nice. أحسنتم أحسنتم جميعا. The verb we took for that lesson was كتب. Who knows what the word كتب means?
To write.
To write. Very nice. Now, more vocabulary. زهور. And I mentioned to you guys something specific about this word zuhur. Zuhurun. Who knows what this word means?
Flowers.
Flowers. Very nice. So that shows that it's a plural word, right? Zuhurun, because you said flowers. Very nice. So you mentioned that you guys that this word that they brought here, zuhur, is the plural of this word. Who knows what the singular was?
Zahra.
Zahrun. Very good. Very nice.
Is that
أحسنت.
linked to the word for pink? Isn't pink
Oh, yes. Zahriyun, pink is, yes. More so, the reason why they linked it to pink is they more so meant like a rose, wardi, right? Pink, right? But nowadays we have roses that are different colors, but they were specific. They're referring to because back in the days most of the roses were like single colors, but now you have yellow roses, red roses, purple, whatever color you can think of, they make them now, right? So, but yes, you're correct, brother Colin. Kelbun.
dog?
Very nice. The verb ترجمة.
Translate.
Translate. Very nice. Great. Now we get to numbers. How would I say 7?
سبعة.
سبعة. How would I say 5?
خمسة.
خمسة. Very good. And how would I say 2?
اثنان.
اثنان. Very good. And not اثنين, right? As you mentioned, it'll be اثنان. Very good. Now, if I wanted to say 13, the number 13, well, how would I say that?
ثلاثة وعشر.
Very close. Very close. Anyone want to help him out?
ثلاثة عشر.
There you go. ثلاثة عشر without the wow. The wow comes in when you're starting from 21 and above, right? But for these numbers 1 through, or sorry, from 11 through 19 is just be the numbers by itself. So just like brother Colin said, brother Jay said it would be ثلاثة عشر. Very nice job. Who can tell me what 16 is?
ستة عشر.
Very good job. ستة عشر. Now, how do we count in tens? In tens. So if we want to count, for example, 20, 30, 40, how would you say those three numbers? 20, 30, 40.
20 ثلاثون أربعون.
Very good job. And the word shafa, the verb from that lesson was shafa.
To cure.
To cure. To cure. Very nice. And how would I say I want?
أريد.
أريد. And how would I say we want?
نريد.
نريد. Very good job. Excuse me. أحسنتم جميعا. Very good job, all of you. Now we come to the lesson of colors. Who can tell me what the color أصفر is in English? أصفر.
Yellow.
Yellow.
Like
أبيض.
saffron.
أبيض.
White.
White. Very good. أسود.
Black.
Great. And remember that these, what I'm saying in representation is does not end in tanween. So for example, أزرق.
Blue.
Great. Then we have those letters that they can end with the tanween. For example, بني.
Brown.
Brown. Very good. رمادي.
Gray.
Great. برتقالي.
Orange.
Great. And do you know where this word comes from, brother Colin? Why is it called برتقالي? It's similar to another word, right?
You said it was orange, like
Orange. Like the actual orange, right? برتقال.
Yeah.
Right? To the actual fruit, orange. Very nice. Now, the verb from this lesson was طب, which means طب. It means to practice medicine, right? Because the word طب and طبيب comes from this word, right? Which is طبيب is what?
Doctor.
Doctor. What's the word for color?
Mulawwan. Mulawwan.
Mulawwan is something that's colored, but the actual word, the color, like a color, what would that be?
لوان.
No, it'd be lawnun.
لون.
Right, lawnun. And the plural, which is what we took in the lesson, was the label or the heading of that lesson was
Alwan.
alwan, which is the plural of lawnun. So lawnun is color, alwanun is the plural colors, and what Sister Bushra said mulawwan, which is a word that we did take, is something that's colored. So the thing that was colored is called mulawwan. The thing that was colored is called mulawwan. Ahsantum, you guys did a beautiful job. Now let's take a few words from that from page 20, I believe, page 17, where it was that where all the labels are. So for example, the word ketsun. كأس.
Cup.
Cup. Very good. We have the word سكين.
Knife.
Say it again, I'm sorry.
Knife.
Knife, yes, knife. I heard ice. Yeah, knife, very good. طاولة.
Butter?
No, one more time, guys. طاولة.
Fork?
No, so it's a
Yeah.
table. Table. So for the words brother calling, the word for water is ماء, and the word for fork would be شوكة. شوكة. The verb نظر. نظر.
To view.
To view. Very good. أحسنتم جميعا. Very nice. So today, let me share the screen with you guys. You guys did a beautiful job there. So you're going to want to ensure you keep reviewing your vocabulary. Majority of the words you guys knew, alhamdulillah. So just want to put a little bit more practice into that. But other than that, you guys are doing beautiful. I think you guys will excel really well in the next level once you start learning, the different parts of the grammar, how to conjugate sentences and construct sentences. You will have the vocabulary to use. Alhamdulillah. Very nice. Now we're going to learn a few things, right? So we're going to learn the days of the week. We're also going to learn the months of the year, whether it's the year, the Hijri calendar or the Gregorian. We're going to learn both of those, and we're also going to learn about the different seasons in a year, and other phrases regarding to different parts of the day, different times in the days, right? So, for example, let's start with what we have presented here in front of us. So we have three words here. We have the word أمس, which means yesterday. So it's a hamza with a fatha, a mim with a sukun. And pay attention. This word, this is the way that it comes. The seen will have a kesra. It's called MC, right? And that's just how that word is written. It's written with a kesra. MC, which means yesterday. Then we have the word اليوم, which means today. Right? Not a day, but today. It will be اليوم. The meme will have a fatha. Ya, wow, ya, yaw, اليوم. اليوم, which means today. Then we have غدا with a tanween, غدا, and they place the tanween here in the book in the wrong spot. The tanween should be placed on the dal, right? غدا, which means tomorrow. Now, if we talk about the days of the week, which they have them written there, they're very small, but we'll read them together, inshallah. The first that we have here on this calendar or on this notepad that they have here, the word السبت, الأحد, الاثنين, الثلاثاء, الأربعاء, الخميس, الجمعة. Okay, let's break it down for you guys now today, inshallah. So we have السبت. Seen has a fatha and a shadda. The ba has a sukoon, and the ta will have a dhamma. السبت, which means Saturday. Then we have al-ahadu, which is Sunday, which means Sunday. Right, so if you notice, all of these words have alif lam before them. All of these words, they have alif lam before them. So it's going to be al-ahadu, the hamza, a. The ha has a fatha as well. Al-ahadu, the dal has a dhamma. Al-ahadu, which is Sunday. This next word, al-ithnain, which is correct here. The name of this day is like this, al-ithnain. And pay attention here, the hamza will be written with the hamza symbol, right? Hamzatul qat', as opposed to the number ithnan, which does not take this, right? Does not have that. So pay attention to that difference. The day has the day, which means Monday, al-ithnain, al-ithnain. Right, not al-ithnan, but al-ithnain in this manner with alif lam followed by hamza written like this. Al-ithnain, the tha has a sukoon, noon with a fatha followed by ya with a sukoon. al-ithnain. This is Monday. Monday. Then we have Tuesday. الثلاثاء. يوم الثلاثاء. الثلاثاء, which is Tuesday. Tha with a dhamma. Right? Alif lam. Obviously, like I said, all of these days will have alif lam before it. But a tha with a dhamma. الثلاء. Lam is stretched. La. Tha. Tha is also stretched. Ooh. الثلاثاء. يوم الثلاثاء, which means Tuesday. Then we have الأربعاء. الأربعاء, which means Wednesday. 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 Hamza. Ra with a sukoon. Ba with a kasra. Ayn with a stretch. So الأربعاء. And then Hamza, which means Wednesday. Then we have الخميس. Kha with a fatha, mim with a kasra with a stretch with the ya, al-khamisu, yawmul khamis, which is going to be Thursday. And the last day, which I think we all know, is yawmul jumu'ah. Yawmul jumu'ah, which is Friday. Jim with a dhamma, and the mim also has a dhamma, and the ayn has a fatha. Yawmul jumu'ah, which is Friday. Any questions before we move on? I know it's a lot of vocabulary, but any question before we take more vocabulary regarding the month and things like that? But so we have three things we learned. MC, yesterday. How do I say it? So the first thing you start with is today. So we learned three things. How to say today, yesterday, and tomorrow. Today is al-yawma, yesterday is MC, and tomorrow is ghadan. The days of the week as we learned here. Any questions you guys have regarding that?
When we learn the grammar and stuff, like, will we be able to figure out the word endings on our own?
Oh, yes. Once you learn the grammar, then you'll get to know what the verb endings and I'm sorry, the vowel endings of these words or any word that you will be working on and why they're like that. So that's going to help you to actually understand the meaning. When you hear it, oh, it's a fatha because of this. Oh, so dhamma because of that. Oh, it's a kasra because of this. And then you'll be able to decipher, oh, that's exactly what it means. But yeah, don't worry about that at this point. But once we get to that level, this is the next level. You guys will take an introduction to that, learning the grammar, we're learning the case endings and how the case endings indicate the meanings. How the case endings indicate the meanings. Now they give you a few words here as well, and how to talk about certain times of the day. So the first one I think we all know, which is al-sabah, where we say sabahul khayr. Where we learned about that before. What does sabahul khayr mean, guys?
Good morning.
Good morning, right? And we learned about al-masa. So we say masa'ul khayr, which means
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. Very good. So if al-sabah, the morning, al-masa, the evening, بعد الظهر is the afternoon, بعد الظهر, right? Which means after the time of dhuhr. And then al-layl, the nighttime. Al-layl, the nighttime. Al-layl. Any questions you guys have regarding these four words? الصباح, بعد الظهر, المساء, الليل. Now we have these four new words here, four vocabulary. They're very small, so I'm going to spell them out for you. So you have طارة. طارة means to fly. طارة. And the word طائرة, which is an airplane, comes from this word. So the طا has a stretch. طا. Hamza. E with a kasra. E. Ra with a fatha. طائرة, which is an airplane. Then we have طيار, which is the pilot. So the ya has a shadda. It's not shown here in the book clearly, but it has a shadda with a fatha and the alif, so it's a stretch. طيار, طيار, which is a pilot. Okay. We're gonna take two more things. We have two sessions left. This is our 9th lesson, and there's a few things that we need to cover before. So we took these already. We took the days: السبت, الأحد, الاثنين. Pay attention. It has الاثنين, and not الاثنان, but الاثنين. And the hamza is actually written here. This is going to be hamzatul qat'. الثلاثاء, Tuesday. الأربعاء, Wednesday. الخميس, Thursday. الجمعة, Friday. Right? Now, what does these words mean here? These four words that we have here, Brother Colin, can you tell me what the word al-yawma means?
Today.
And if I said MC, Sister Bushra?
Yesterday.
yesterday. And if we were to say غدا, Brother Jay,
Tomorrow.
tomorrow. Very good. And what is the word for the week? Anyone? Anybody knows the word for the week?
أسبوع.
الأسبوع. Very good. Very good job. أحسنتم جميعا. Very nice job. Now, these are the few terminologies that we've seen previously. They brought them again. Sabah, we just spoke about them. Sabahul Khair, which means good morning. We have Masa'ul Khair. Pay attention to the way it's written, right? Sabahu, and join. Sabahul Khair, Masa'u. Right, so try to pay attention to the vowels and the way that they'll be. Can't just be Sabahun Khair, but Sabahul Khair and Masa'ul Khair, which means good evening. Good evening. If marhaban is just a word that just is welcome, basically, you know, just being hospitable with them.
Quick question. Why is good night different from like good morning or good evening? I think in the book it has تصبحون على خير.
Yeah, تصبحون على خير. So basically, it's basically telling this is basically a whole sentence here. So the word تصبحون على خير, basically تصبحون means it's showing what's going to happen in the morning, basically. So basically meaning you'll wake up upon goodness, basically. So this is like an entire phrase, but in English
Gotcha.
we'll just translate it to mean good night, right? But the word تصبحون, it just means what's going to happen in the morning. So this على خير is just an addition to it. So for example, I would say تصبحون, or for example, مبكرا. You basically you wake up early, right? So the word تصبحون itself, it just means what's going to happen in the morning, and then whatever phrase comes after that will dictate the meaning, right? So تصبحون على خير just basically means you'll wake up upon goodness, wake up upon goodness. So and then just translate in English as good night. But I understand what you're saying. Instead of why don't we say, for example, like the word for night is layl, right? Why aren't we just putting the word layl with khayr together, basically? Well, that would be a literal that would be a literal way to do it. But in Arabic, this is how you say it. تصبحون على خير, and the translation for that would be in English. It means good night. This phrase together would mean good night. Now, two new words that I think we've seen previously is the word la and na'am. How to answer yes or no questions. So the word la means no. La. Basically a lam with a fatha and an alif, which is strict. La. And the word na'am, which a lot of people make a mistake with. Sometimes they pronounce the ayn with a sukoon, but the ayn actually has a fatha. Na'a. Na'am. And the meme here will actually have a sukoon. That is the way that this word is written. The meme will have a sukoon. It will not have any tanween. The meme will not have tanween or anything like that, but it'll be na'am. The meme is going to have a sukoon. Na'am. The noon has a fatha. The ayn has a fatha. Na'am. Na'am. And it means yes. And it means yes. So they wanted you guys to answer some of these questions here. And there's no right answer to these. It's just basically practicing la or na'am. So basically it's asking you, is your house azraq? What does that mean? Is your house azraq? So they mix in Arabic and English here, right, together, just for learning purposes, because we haven't learned all of these words yet, how to say is. But you know some of the words, right? For example, what does the word azraq mean, guys?
Blue.
Blue. And the word for house is
Bait.
bait, right? But we don't know how to put it all together. Is your house? How do you say your house, right? So that's why they're bringing this in English for you guys. But in the next level, you guys will learn all of those things, how to use the pronouns, right? Pronouns and add pronouns to words and things like that. But all of these words, basically, you should have seen already. They want to show you how to use la and na'am, which in this case, there's no right answer. You choose whether you want to say la or na'am here for practice. Now, this is something that you guys can do practice on your own for homework, the crossword puzzle, right? The crossword puzzle right here, which is what they have here for you. So you want to try your best to try that. I mean, I know it's going to be a little bit difficult, but see how far you can get with that. But it'll be good practice for you know, reviewing the vocabulary words and things like that. This lesson here, we're going to skip it completely. You guys are going to learn this later on. So this page, don't even worry about it. Page 26. Page 26 is not part of the objectives and goals of this level. What we would learn is the months. So what's not included here is the Islamic month, which I'm going to give you guys. Right, so that's where we are going to end soon. So we're going to take today, we have one more lesson after this, which is next week. But today, what we're going to start with is we're going to take the Gregorian calendar month, and the next time we'll take the Hijri, which is the Islamic calendar, the lunar, which goes with the lunar moon sighting, and we'll take the final lesson. Okay, so when it comes to this now, you might see them a bit differently in other places. What I'm going to give you, I'm going to change some of these, and most of these words, they're Arabicized words, right? Like for January, Yanayir, and things like that. And that's why in certain things you'll see that they're spelt differently in other places. But I'm going to give you guys a general insight into them. Okay, and these are not set in stone. As like I said, they're originally English words that were taken into and turned into Arabic words. Okay, so we have the word Yanayir. It'll be Yanayiru, Yanayiru. Right, it'll just end in a dhamma. Ya with a fatha. Noon with a fatha and also stretch. Yana. The ya has a kasra. Yi. Yanayiru. Yanayiru. Which means January. Then we have, and they see that, like I said, it depends on where you learn it and where you come across it. The fa can have a fatha or a kasra. We'll go with what they have in the book just for ease of just for ease of this already here, and that's so you don't have to change anything. But you will also see the fa sometimes have a fatha. So you have February, February, fa with a kasra, ba with a sukun, ra with a stretch, February. Yeah, has a kasra, February, which means basically February. February. So you have Marisu, Maris, meme with a stretch, ma, ra with a the letter ra with a kasra, Marisu, Maris, Marisu, which means March, Then we have Ibrilu, Ibrilu, and it looks to me like they put here, Abrilu, But like I said, you'll see it either way. So we'll just go just for ease. We'll go with what they have in the book. But what I would have taught you guys would have been E. But it'll be Abrilu, like what they have in the book. Hamza with a fatha, Abrilu, which means April. Mayo. We're going to change this one. I'm not sure what vowel they even have. I think they just said my. So like I said, they just put some, but it'll be Mayo. So meme with a fatha and a stretch. So right? Which is May. Mayu. Yunyu. Right? We have Yunyu. Yuliu, which is June and July. There's nothing Rusht. We're going to cancel that one as well. And we're going to put Augustus. So Hamza. Augustus. Ain. Hamza with a Dhamma U. Ghain with a Dhamma Ru. Sin with a Sukun. Ghus. Ta with a Dhamma. Sin with a Dhamma. Ghus. Tusu, which is August. Then we have September, right? September or September. Like I said, the vowels, they can be going, they can go either way. Like I said, it's an Arabicized word. Whatever, if you said it, if you said it either way, September, either way, people will understand that you mean September, right? September. We have October. So Hamza with a U, Kaf with a Sukun, Ta with a stretch, Ba with a Dhamma, Ra with a Dhamma. October. November. No, fi. They not sure what they have here. It's a bit. Is it November?
Yeah, it's a wow.
It's a wow. Okay, so we're gonna change this one as well. Okay, we're gonna change this as well. I'm gonna clear some of these here. So it's gonna be Nu Fember. Fa Novemberu, right? Novemberu or Novembiru, whichever one you guys want to put. And it's going to be meaning November. November. And lastly, we have December. December. As you can see, all we did was took these English words, December, October, October, and we tried to put them into the Arabic language with the Arabic accent as well. Now, when it comes to the Hijri ones, there's going to be a bit more precise in regards. Those are what's going to be set. So these, like I said, there's a bit of leeway in regards to the vowels. Don't pay any attention to this at all. Don't pay any attention to this. In your book, I want you to take a marker, just X that out, right? On that page, on page 28. Also on page 29, put an X through that. And also on page 30, I want you to put an X through those as well. Don't pay any attention to those. Now, the next class, like I said, we're going to learn two more things. We have two more things to learn. We have the Hijri calendar to learn, which is the Islamic calendar, and we have seasons to learn, right? So if we go to the objectives of this lesson, of this level, alhamdulillah, we've completed everything except for those two things. So if you take a look at your guys' syllabus, sorry. If you go to goals and objectives, right here, as you see, you will learn more than 200 words, which you have done, which include the question tools, things around the house, simple greetings, numbers, colors, months. We have not taken all the months, but we've taken the Gregorian, right? We've taken the Gregorian one, the Miladi. Days of the week we've taken, and we have not taken seasons. So two things are left: months, seasons. We learned how to count from 0 to 100 and the rules pertaining to that. Simple, basic conversations like "How are you?" things like that. You'll be able to pronounce the words, and understand its meaning by the end of the course. Do you guys have any questions, guys, before we end today? Any questions before we end today? I know it's just a lot of vocabulary, but like I said, once you move on, which I suggest all of you to move on, none of you guys have to repeat. You guys have been doing well. And what shows that you guys are ready is the quiz that we had this morning. Majority of the words, I'll say 90% of the words you guys knew. So that's a really good sign. And it was a pleasure working with all of you, being very consistent, Brother Colin, Mr. Bushra, Brother Jay. We started off with a bit more students, but alhamdulillah, the three of you guys stuck to the end. It was a pleasure being your instructor for this semester. Like I said, we have one more class next week. So take the opportunity. If you have any questions, if you come up with any questions, put it in the group and ask them in the beginning of the next class, inshallah. We'll end here today, inshallah, if there's no questions. Well,
What's the homework? Oh,
the
sorry to
homework?
interrupt.
Yeah, no problem. I think let's go back to it. I think I mentioned it.
Just all the new words.
Basically the new words, but I can't remember if there was a specific page. Let's take a look here.
You said the crossword as well.
The crossword, there you go. Yes, the crossword puzzle. That was basically the homework for this week, inshallah. The crossword puzzle and the new words, writing down the new words. Other than that, Ameen, Ameen wa yak. Other than that, very good job, guys. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.